So today I will show you how you can make basement windows. So normally we would take a basement and we would try to lift it over the ground a little bit. But of course this won't work because it always takes the ground with it, whatever you do. So I will just delete this because this is what we're gonna do. We will try to have the floor right up to the wall and follow it. So for example, here as well, it is nice and flat on the ground. Here it starts coming up until like more than half of the wall is covered. Here as well, and here even more is covered. And there it goes back down again until it's completely open. So we will try to do this, and I will show you how to do it. The main idea behind this is that we use basements like we would have used them in previous Sims games. So we build a first floor and you can actually drop it down. I will not drop it down because I want the floor to actually rise up around it. But you could just, if you want an even spread, you could just drop it down and be done with it. I want a completely open wall, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. I will use the terrain tool. I will pick up the floor a little bit more, and I will go here. We'll go up, and then in the back, I want it like completely covered. So there. I take the highest point here. I'm gonna flatten the floor. Come on. La la la. That's the easiest way to have like a very even floor. I want it around the corner. Okay, there. I want it to start. Nope. You can. There. And then I want it to go down softly. I will use this one. There. Something like that. You can, of course, finish it off very delicately. I have absolutely no intention of doing that with an instruction video I'm about to make. So there is only one wall that can be placed inside a gap like that will not move the ground around it. And lo and behold, it's roof. I work with roofs a lot, so I actually, I don't know, I somehow bumped into this. I do, however, also link to a person who made an instruction video for basement windows before. When I was looking to whether or not to make a video, I bumped into that person. I do want to give that person credit for it, but she uses them like this, and it totally ruins your view from the basement windows. So I actually drag them inside of the house one tile. Then you make sure that they go all the way around. Copy. Make sure they're on this side too. There. It's too long. Make it shorter. Yep. And I will need 2 pieces to finish off the side edges there, because you will always need one in each direction. There. See? Otherwise you don't get a nice corner. And one here. Okay. So If you do it like this, you will want to place the floor above. Come on, don't be, yes, completely over it. That way you actually cover the roof bits. Then you click your roof, you press Alt, and you drag it up as far as it needs to go to exactly touch the floor above there. Same for this one. One more there. And this one, yeah, the glitching you see now is the roof trim that is interacting with the wall above. You really don't want to do that. And finally, this one, if it doesn't let you take it, it's okay. Just make the other one smaller and you can. There. One more. Nope. There. And then you make this one larger again. Okay, so now you can see we have a perfectly nice structure, except for here, because this one is too short. There. A perfectly nice structure that is completely engulfed in a changing outside landscape. Now, the issue or downside or whatever is that you have a double wall, which means that if you want to place windows at some point, you will have to place double windows. So for example, I want these windows here. I will also have to place them on the inside. And now I usually just color the roof like black or white concrete, and it doesn't bother me. However, if this piece bothers you, you can get rid of that. It's not really an issue. You can drag it one tile further in. I would lower it just to have it not interfere. There, should be fine. And then you can see the edges gone. And from the inside, you will see absolutely nothing of the roof in question. So for me, it does what it's supposed to do. And basically, the cutting down of the floor happens between your two walls. So it will be invisible as long as you don't place any windows on the inside wall that look straight onto that. Another thing to keep in mind, one of its, well, biggest limitations is that you actually do have a roof. So, for example, if you were to, on the next floor, build a platform, which would trigger roof clipping, if you connect it to the outside wall, it does, then you would actually be stuck with the roofs showing. So there is no real way around it, unless you find a way to make this completely sink down, but it's nearly impossible to have the roof here completely gone and not show on the outside. So I suggest either you just don't do this at all, build full wall. The problem is actually solved, but somehow you have to like move the roof to trigger it. You can undo it after, that's fine. Did I lower you too much? I'm sorry. There. You can build platforms in the middle of your room, and you can build platforms on the outside because you removed the eaves. It should not be a problem. You just cannot touch an outside wall or build platforms in one of the outer tiles, depending on how far you drag the things on the bottom. I think that's about it. I hope you have fun with it, and it does give you a ton of options, so enjoy.